Hey YouTube world, candle heaters. There's a lot of videos on YouTube and a lot of talk about candle heaters. You've seen them, those little terracotta pot contraptions where you take 2, 3 or 4 little terracotta pots and you put them inside each other and space them out with some threaded rod and some nuts and washers, and then you put in a tea candle like this and it heats up your whole house on a couple of tea candles. All right, I'm joking. I don't think anyone's claimed that it's going to heat up your whole house, but people claim them to be room heaters, and technically they are right. Even one little tea candle burning like this on its own is going to throw some heat off into the room. Whether it's going to make any difference or not, well, that's open to so many individual things. So look, here's just my 2 cents on these candle heater things. And look, I'm just a dude. I'm not a doctor or scientist or physicist or anything like that. I'm just some dude with a friggin' cheap cell phone. What I find funny about the whole thing, I think, look, if you really think that you can take a couple of these tiny little, friggin' tea light candle things, a couple of these little guys, and make any temperature difference in a room, well, what you would have to do is magnify that little flame or magnify the heat from the flame, not just simply give it somewhere to go. Because those candle heaters with the terracotta pots, that's really all you're doing. You're not changing the amount of BTUs that is coming off that flame. All you're doing is giving it somewhere to be caught. You're capturing it in the terracotta pots. That's all you're doing. Okay, you're capturing it, you're holding it, and then releasing it into the room. Which, of course, I suppose you've got to capture it first to try and redistribute it or distribute it somewhere around the room. So, yeah, look, if you want to go and buy 3 or 4 pots and some threaded rod and nuts and washers and build them, go ahead. I don't know if it's really going to make much difference. I do burn some of these tea candles in the bathroom just to burn up the excess moisture after having a shower, mainly in summertime, because they don't throw off a lot of heat, but just that little flame will help burn up the moisture and prevent any mildew on the walls and the ceiling. Wintertime I use an oil lamp because it's a much bigger flame, and those things will heat up a room like a bathroom, make a big difference. Actually, a nice oil lamp even makes a difference in my living room. But back to the candle heaters. Instead of running out and buying all that stuff and having a weird-looking terracotta pot sitting upside down above a flame, you could go and get one of these guys or a bigger one. Okay, this is one of those oil warmers to let off a nice girly scent into the room. There's a bigger one, as you can see. I've got 3 candles. On top, I just have some little river stones, little river pebbles, tiny little guys. Okay, you'll see by my finger they're not very big. This is a single. And this is the larger one. Now these guys do heat up the rocks. They heat up the rocks quite well. But once again, all you're doing is trapping the heat into one point and it's going to release off of the rocks. But you're not increasing the heat of the flame. You're not magnifying the heat, and to me that's the difference. I think anyway. I said it's just my 2 cents. So trust me, these guys, within about 15, 20 minutes, I lit this candle about 6 or 7 minutes ago. Already getting pretty hot, especially around the edges. But I can assure you, after about 20 minutes, they are too hot to touch. The bigger one, I just set this up this morning. Yep, already getting a lot of good heat around the outside. So yeah, I personally think that's a lot more attractive than an upside down, inverted terracotta pot. And it's also dual purpose too, because I can always take the rocks off and put some scented oil in the top. So there you go, that's just my thoughts on the candle heaters. I guess in summary, I could ask, why the hell would you? When you can get, if there's any effect at all, you can get the same effect from something like this. Okay, tell me what you think. Are they fact or fiction? Thanks for watching.